Welcome back guys. In this video I'll be testing Final Fantasy Rebirth on my Windows PC that has a Ryzen 5700X 3D processor and an RTX 2070 Super GPU. This game has received a couple of updates since its release that helped in improving the game's stability and reducing the stuttering. These are the update logs. Direct Storage DLL has been updated to the latest version. Improved overall game stability including several bug fixes. The latest patch was dropped on 14 February. Out of the box, you will still observe some frame pacing issues. I'll be improving the frame pacing by enabling Nvidia Reflex via RTSS. This game does not support Reflex officially. This method will work on your PC if you have an Nvidia based GPU. If you have an AMD based GPU, just enable anti-lag via AMD software. This game does not support DLSS and FSR frame generation techniques. OptiScaler's FSR frame generation does not work properly with hotfix enabled. The HUD always flickers with FSR frame generation on. The game supports DLSS and DLAA upscalers. I'll be using DLSS as my PC has an RTX GPU. It comes with upscaler version 3.7.1. I'll manually update it to the latest version, that is 310.2.1, with the model preset set to K that activates the transformer model of DLSS. You can also use Nvidia app to get the latest version of DLSS Upscaler, but in this game, DLSS auto exposure setting is disabled out of the box. So I'll be using DLSSTweaks to enable this setting. Auto exposure setting helps in reducing ghosting around some objects in the environment, also helps in fixing coloring issues in some games. These are the recommended system requirements for the game, running at full HD resolution, 60 FPS, medium graphics preset. The GPU required is RTX 2070. I have the super variant of it. The CPU required is Ryzen 7 3700X. I have 5700X 3D. They have not mentioned anything about using an upscaler, so I'm expecting 60 FPS with DLAA enabled. Game needs to be installed on an SSD. Yeah, it supports direct storage. I have installed the game on an NVMe based SSD. To verify the details of DLSS Upscaler like its version and model preset, I'll be using DLSS Debug overlay. It can be enabled via DLSSTweaks. Just download its latest version from Nexus Mods website. We'll give its link in the description. Need to have a free Nexus Mods account in order to download any stuff from here. Click on slow download. Open its archive file and just copy the highlighted files. 3 of them. Need to paste them in the game's installed directory. Select the game in your Steam library, right click, manage, click on browse local files, open end folder, open binaries folder, open Win64 folder, paste the files here. Change the name of nvngx.dll file to dxgi.dll. Now run DLSSTweaks config.exe file, double click, more info, run anyway. Just click on the drop down bar next to override DLSS HUD. Select force enable. This will enable the DLSS debug overlay. Click on save here. That's it. Close the app. Now I'll show you how to enable Reflex for the game via RTSS. Just download and install MSI Afterburner. RTSS is included with it. You can download it for free from Guru 3D. I'll give its link in the description. Open RTSS app. I'll create a per game profile. Just click on add here. Need to add the game's exe file. Navigate to the directory where the game is installed. In my case it's E drive. Steam library folder, Steam apps, common, Final Fantasy 7, there it is. Open end folder, open binaries folder, open Win64 folder. There's the exe file FF7 Rebirth, double click, select it from here. Now click on setup, scroll down to the end. From here you just need to check this setting, enable frame rate limiter. Click on the drop down bar here and then select Nvidia Reflex. Now click on the drop down bar next to inject Nvidia Reflex sleep call and select after frame presentation. Click on OK. Now you need to cap the game's FPS at a value slightly lower than your display's max refresh rate value. For example, if your display supports up to 144Hz refresh rate, cap the FPS at 138. My display supports up to 240Hz refresh rate, so I'll cap the FPS at 225. Click on the rectangular bar next to frame rate limit and set the value. Hit enter. That's it. Minimize the app. We are ready to run the game. Just open Nvidia app. Click on graphics here. Click on the 3 dots. Click on refresh. It will show up all of the games that are installed on your PC. Select Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth from here. From here just enable vertical sync on. If your monitor supports variable refresh rate, enable it as well. Right click anywhere on the desktop, click on display settings, click on graphics, click on advanced settings. From here enable variable refresh rate. My monitor is G-Sync compatible. Using a custom Afterburner overlay to show you the performance metrics, launch the game. In game settings, display mode set to borderless full screen. Frame rate 120. Yeah, this game's FPS is capped at 120. Display sync technology VRA if your display supports it. Using the medium preset, I'll set the dynamic resolution, scaling minimum and maximum values to 66%, basically the quality preset of DLSS Upscaler. With the medium graphics preset, most of the settings are set to high, except for texture resolution setting, it's set to medium. Don't want the game to run out of VRAM, can cause some stuttering. My GPU only has 8 GB of physical memory. There's cloud. I am in the city of Kalm. I'll just enable RTSS benchmarking mode to show you the 1% lows. Yeah, it's working. Okay, I'll highlight the texture shimmering issue. Just observe these mesh textures along the stairs. Now I'll move away from them. Yeah, these mesh textures are producing a shimmer like effect during motion. See, easily noticeable here. Look at that frame pacing graph, almost a flat line. Leaves of the trees in this game don't look good at all. They look pixelated, see. And it has nothing to do with DLSS Upscaler. They look pixelated even after you switch to DLAA, which is just anti-aliasing. Check out the debug overlay in the bottom left corner. Render preset used is E. Version of the Upscaler 3.7.1. Auto exposure setting is disabled. Clouds here also look a bit pixelated during motion, see. 75 to 90 FPS here. I'll switch to DLAA now. DRS maximum and minimum values set to 100%. Check out the debug overlay. Exact same values for the base and upscale resolution. DLAA is working. Yeah, clouds here is looking much better now. Less pixelated, but the leaves are still looking pixelated. Again, the pixelated effect has been reduced. So in this game, I would recommend using DLAA. Yeah, FPS is close to 60 now. Time to manually update DLSS Upscaler. Download the latest version from Tech Power Off's website. At the time of recording this video, it's 310.2.1. Click on download here. Click on any of these servers, download will start. Open the Upscaler's archive file. Copy the DLL file present inside this archive file. Open the games installed directory. I'll show you where to paste this DLL file. Open engine folder, open plugins folder, open DLSS subset folder, open binaries folder, open third party folder, open Win64 folder. Replace the older version of DLSS file with the newer version. Paste, replace. That's it. Now open the games installed directory where you pasted. DLSSTweaks file, backtracking, and folder binaries Win64. Run DLSSTweaks config.txt file. Click on the drop down bar next to override auto exposure and select force enable option. Click on save. Close the app. We are ready to run the game. Using the same settings as before, DRS minimum and maximum values set to 66%. Quality preset of DLSS Upscaler. Load the exact same sequence. Your clouds here is looking much better now, but some pixelation can be observed when I move the camera. Image quality is looking sharp. Check out the base resolution in the debug overlay. Close to 720p resolution, upscale to full HD resolution. Oh no, look at the leaves of the tree. They are looking over sharpened. This is not good. They are producing a shimmering like effect. FPS is within a range of 70 to 80, roughly the same performance that we were getting when I was using the previous version of DLSS Upscaler. Observe these mesh textures now. I'll move away from them. Okay, some texture shimmering is still produced around them. Less aggressive, see. Need to find a certain angle. Shimmer effect is not occurring now. Okay, I'll switch to DLAA. DLSS force quality preset is now working like DLSS 3.7's DLAA mode. Set DRS minimum and maximum values to 100. Back to the game. Oh my god, check out the image quality, this is just insane. Cloud's hair is looking much better now. That pixelated effect is almost gone, even during motion. And the leaves of the tree are still looking a bit over sharpened, but that shimmering effect has stopped, reduced. And observe these mesh textures. Yeah, the shimmering effect is almost gone. So I would recommend using DLAA in this game. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now I'll just run around the city. I'll just restart the benchmarking mode. Now I'll run around Kalm. It's a heavily populated area, good for testing the game. The open world areas in this game are less demanding than the settlements, the towns. Yeah, here FPS is close to 53. I'll head to the marketplace. It's nearby. VRAM usage is close to 7.5 GB. Not running out of VRAM. Yeah, this is the marketplace that I was talking about. So many non-playable characters around me. There was a hitch for half a second. The hitches will be represented as spikes on the frame pacing graph. Okay, in this area I have observed some texture pop-in issue, and this is when the game is installed on an NVMe based SSD. Another hitch. So there can be a few hitches here and there, but the frame pacing graph is mostly a flat line. This is the exit. Red.
Leave this to me.
I interact with them.
Nothing to report so far.
Nothing to report so far. No combat takes place in the settlement. Now I'll load another area, show you some combat. Using the quality preset of DLSS Upscaler. Now I'm in Grasslands, big open area with thick foliage around us. Again, the leaves of the trees are looking a bit pixelated, over sharpened. Shimmer lag effect can be seen around them. Here FPS is within a range of 60 to 80, depends on the scene. Okay, I'll just switch to DLAA. Yeah, Cloud's hair is looking a bit fuzzy. DRS minimum and maximum value set to 100%. Back to the game. Yeah, Cloud's hair got fixed, and the shimmering effect around the leaves of the tree has been reduced as well, all thanks to DLAA. Yeah, this game has some gorgeous looking visuals. FPS is close to 60 now. I'll engage in combat. You can see some creatures in the background. Just spam my moves. Performance is much better in the open areas. The combat is real time. We can switch among the characters on the fly. Can even use their special abilities. FPS is staying close to 60. Now playing as red. Stagger the enemies. Yeah, 53 to 60 FPS during combat. Now I load another area. Now I'm in Costa Del Sol. This is the game running using DLAA. Oh my god, look at that beautiful vista in the background. These trees are rendered properly, not observing that over sharpened like effect around the leaves. I'll just explore this place. Now guys, I am recording this video using OBS. It does cause a minor performance regression. Without OBS, I usually get an FPS value within a range of 60 to 65 here, but this time I'm getting close to 60 FPS. This is the hotel. All of my teammates are following me. It's a heavily populated area. I just use this two-wheeler to explore the place. Yeah, we are maintaining 60 FPS here, that's good to see. Not observing any texture shimmering issue around the fences. Would highly recommend using DLAA over DLSS in this game. Even in this level I am observing texture pop-in issue in the background. Mountain ranges rendering in front of me. I think it's due to the implementation of direct storage. It still needs some work. Hopefully the support for FSR frame generation will be officially added to the game soon. That's it for the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.